Yeah, so as you settle into this starting position, in somewhat of a tabletop position with your knees maybe a little bit wider. Yeah, so toes can come together, so you're creating a V shape from shins, knees to toes, yeah. And as you rock a little bit forward and back, you can start with that, range of motion movement to see what feels comfortable. And then over the next few breaths, cut that movement in half. So it's less of a forward motion and no need to push your bum all the way back. Yeah, so you start finding this spot where maybe you're moving forward and back like 2 or 3 inches. And keep all of your attention gathering down towards your pelvis. So that as you inhale, you can feel some expansion. And as you exhale, everything relaxes and glides up towards your head. Yeah, and finding movement aligned with breath when and if that feels good. Really great, slow, steady, smooth breath. The natural expansion on the inhale. The natural relaxation on the exhale. At any point, if it feels good to pause the movement and just breathe, you can do that. Or if any other movement or position wants to happen, you can explore and see where your body wants to go. Yeah. Really honoring the space to pause and be somewhat still when you move into a different position or when you take a break from movement in general. To just be in your body and notice what's shifting, what's moving, noticing what you feel. Continually redirect your attention into your pelvis. Imagining and feeling for the expansion, this circumference increasing in the pelvic diaphragm as you inhale. And then a shrinking in circumference and a gentle gliding up as you exhale. So there's no force, there's no pressure, no manipulation. It's feeling for what naturally wants to happen when your pelvis is relaxed. Your pelvis receives the in-breath and it lets go as you exhale. Imagining your pelvic diaphragm being a bit like a trampoline. It's strong and flexible. It's like your entire pelvis, as you inhale, expands, pulls on the pelvic diaphragm as everything glides down. And as you exhale and everything relaxes, your pelvis shrinks, pelvic diaphragm shrinks, and it glides gently up. This fluid and flexible pelvic diaphragm. So you continue to explore with these little intervals of movement to just see how that changes your experience. so deeply in tune with what's happening on the inside, and how your breath can massage your internal organs. Feeling for a little more softness and relaxation on every exhale. Just noticing the moments when you do drift out of your body, or when movement creates a bit of bracing or tension. And let those be learning moments where you notice what happens, you notice where you go, and on the very next breath, you feel yourself expand, open, receive, and then soften, relax. Feeling for that rhythm on the inhale for 70, 20, 10. That's 70% of the inhale is low belly, low back, pelvis. 20% laterally around the ribs. And the final 10% of your inhale is the front, sides, and back of your heart. And then everything that moved on your inhale relaxes as you exhale. Continuing to honor this rhythm of pausing, or yielding, resting, and then exploring with gentle movement. The movement will naturally come with a little bit more tension, momentary bracing as your muscles are figuring out what to hold on to, how to protect. So being deeply in tune with what's happening in your pelvis, the pelvic diaphragm, as you breathe and as you move. Sending signals to your pelvic diaphragm that it's safe to expand and contract. It's safe to receive and relax. It's safe to be strong and flexible. It's safe to move and be moved. Building this relationship with your pelvic diaphragm so you can notice when it does grip or hold on. And you can pause and yield and send it this rhythmic breath, inviting it back into flexibility. Opening, receiving, expanding as you inhale. Relaxing fully as you exhale. Yeah. So if you haven't already come down onto your back, now's a great time to do that. To feel your whole back body now held and supported by the floor. one breath at a time, sending signals into your body that it can let go a little bit more now. Creating space for any sounds that want to happen as you exhale. Listening and feeling to your body, responding with any movement that still wants to happen. Reconnecting with 70-20-10. Really feeling how the foundation, the floor of your torso is your pelvic diaphragm. But as you expand, it's not all just pushing down, there's also expansion in all directions. Like a 3D sphere as you inhale, expanding up, forward, back, to the sides, and down. Now, just as an experiment, if this feels like a good time, see if you could soften your inhale a little bit. Like, let it be a little slower, maybe even a little quieter. To feel the power of your inhale without the need to fill your lungs to their fullest capacity or breathe with obvious power. Notice how you can still feel the power and expansion of your inhale when it's gentle, when it's slow. Allowing your hands to rest anywhere on your body, bringing a little more attention or support to that area. I'm just noticing the different quality of pressure on your pelvic diaphragm when your inhale is a little slower, softer, quieter. Perhaps not as much force pushing down or expanding out, but there's still movement. A gentle expansion, a gentle relaxation and rest. Following the movement of your breath, like a wave in the ocean. Or the wave coming in towards shore, and then retracting back out into the ocean. Feeling the power that's inherent in this breath, even when it's soft and slow and gentle. feeling for a breath that is like an internal massage. Massaging your pelvic diaphragm from the inside. Each breath having this intrinsic wisdom, like intelligent fingers palpating from the inside. Touching gently with love, patience. Continue feeling for that 3D sphere. The expansion is balanced in all directions. Now use your imagination, coming up with some loving words or affirmation that would feel really good to deliver down to your pelvic diaphragm. Could be anything like, I'm here, or it's okay. Anything that comes up for you. Infuse that message into your breath. Breathe in a way that exemplifies the quality of those words. And then let your breath do the talking. One more minute. 3 more breaths with your total attention. And take a moment in your own intuitive way to send gratitude or appreciation into your body or specific body parts or parts of your psyche that arose during this process. Letting this be an opportunity to practice completion. Knowing that that can look different each time, because each moment is unique, each experience is unique. Taking your time. And when it feels complete, saying thanks to yourself. And listening for any sensations or pieces of wisdom, any messages that want to be received in this moment. And regardless of whether a message or wisdom was received in a coherent manner or with sensation or nothing at all, take a few moments to feel movement touch through every part of your body. Gentle, enlivening movement. Being mindful of your breath as you move.